Oh, yes, yes, yes. Today being the 15th day of November, we just got to report that Nnamdi Kanu walks freely in Abuja after 10 years. The Supreme Court drama instantly unfolds. Yes, guys, it has finally happened. It has finally happened today, being the 15th day of November. Something historic just took place in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, for the very first time in over 10 years. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was seen walking freely in public. No one saw it coming, no one expected it, and yet today it happened right before everyone's eyes. So, how did it all unfold? What led to this beautiful, unbelievable moment? Let's break it all down in full details for your understanding. But right before we go ahead, let me firstly warmly welcome you all back to this amazing channel. If this is your first time of coming across my videos on this particular channel, kindly hit on the red subscribe button and the bell icon below so you wouldn't miss out on any of our new amazing content which we will be uploading soon. And for the returning viewers, we appreciate your constant support. You are the real MVPs. Now let's head back into the video so I could break it all down in full details for you. So earlier today, a video surfaced showing Nnamdi Kanu moving freely within the Supreme Court premises in Abuja. Now, due to copyright issues, we can't show the full footage, but in that video, Kanu could be seen acknowledging people who were watching him from the upper floors of a nearby building. He appeared calm, collected, and completely unbothered. But this raises a very important question. How did we get to this point? What exactly happened behind the scenes to allow him to walk so freely in the federal capital for the very first time in a decade? To understand today's event, we have to go back 24 hours earlier. Just yesterday, Aloy Ejimako, one of the Kanu's lead lawyers, shared a very important update that could change everything about the November 20th judgment. Now, in a post made yesterday, Aloy revealed that Nnamdi Kanu personally filed an application at the Court of Appeal, praying for a halt in his ongoing trial before Justice James Omotosho. Let me repeat that. Nnamdi Kanu himself, not his lawyers, personally filed that application. This new development could directly impact the November 20th judgment date, which everyone has been keenly waiting for. Now, according to sources close to the defense team, Kanu was moved from the DSS facility in Abuja to the Court of Appeal under strict security. His lawyers accompanied him and official court staff were also present throughout. To give you a better understanding, the distance between the DSS facility and the Court of Appeal complex is roughly 25 to 30 minute drive within Abuja city center. That means he was physically transported, not virtually connected or represented by his lawyers, and that already tells you how serious this move was. But that was not all. Just hours after his appearance at the appeal court, Kanu made another surprising move. He visited the Supreme Court of Nigeria in Abuja once again. Yes, you heard that right. He revisited the Supreme Court earlier today to personally submit another set of legal documents related to his case. According to eyewitnesses and verified report, this visit happened barely 2 hours before this video was recorded. In that document, which has now been identified as an official filing with his name and legal representation clearly visible, Kanu reportedly requested that his upcoming judgment be suspended, at least temporarily, pending Supreme Court review. We are still waiting to get the complete content of that document, but from what we've seen so far, it bears his name, signature, and the stamp of the Supreme Court registry. Now, here's the part that shocked everyone. When Kanu arrived at the Supreme Court, he was not surrounded by the heavy DSS presence as usual. Rather, he was seen walking side by side with his brother, calmly entering the court building, submitting his document personally and interacting freely with some of the officials there present. This whole scenario was captured in several pictures and short clips which are circulating online right now. In one of the photos, Kanu is seen in his signature Fendi outfit, calmly handing over his submission to the registrar. In another, he appears to be speaking to one of the court clerks while his brother stands beside him. According to official information released shortly after, the document he submitted was titled Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's filing at the Supreme Court on the 15th of November 2025 against the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In his social media update, he tagged several major institutions, including the National Judicial Council (NJC), the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA), the Department of State in the United States, the Federal High Court Abuja, and even the UK Foreign Commonwealth Office. Now, this particular Department of State tag is very important. If you've been following our updates from day one, you'll remember that just yesterday we mentioned how Aloy Ejimako had already written a petition to Donald Trump through the US Department of State. Now, all this boils down to bear the question, what Kanu did today, was it random? Nah, it was a direct follow-up to that international petition which is already in play actively. But then, why were people celebrating? Why were there chants and jubilation when he arrived at the Supreme Court premises? It's quite simple because nobody believed they would ever see him walking freely again in public after over 10 years in detention. In the past, even during his court appearances, people were not allowed to record him. Cameras were always switched off and DSS officials made sure no unauthorized footage was taken. But today it was quite different. He walked freely, greeted people and moved confidently within the court compound, something we have not seen in over a decade. This was a powerful moment, both emotionally and politically. Now let's talk about what this means legally. From the sequence of events, it's clear that Nnamdi Kanu is trying to halt the November 20th judgment by formally asking the Supreme Court to take control of the matter. Why is this important? Because once a matter has been taken up by the Supreme Court, no lower court can proceed with any form of judgment or enforcement until the apex court gives a directive. That means his physical appearance in court today was not just symbolic, it was strategic. By personally submitting his application, he made it legally binding and impossible for any lawyer or official to claim misrepresentation. This year is why the Supreme Court insisted that he must appear in person to file it, not through his personal lawyers. And from reliable sources and reliable information reaching us after submitting his own documents, Kanu also collected a copy of the certified true judgment from the Supreme Court's previous ruling in his case. Yes, he went there not only to submit but to also retrieve key court papers that could help his appeal and international petition. This shows how smart and calculated he is. Even in detention, he has continued to move tactically, making legal decisions ahead of his lawyers, and that's why many of his supporters now believe that his next move could completely change the direction of the case entirely. Well, as at the time of recording this video, reports confirmed that he was still within the court premises, calmly interacting with his team before returning to the DSS facility. Unlike in previous court visits, where security officers would rush him back immediately, today he was allowed more time to meet, greet, and even wave at supporters. This is major. This is history being made right before our eyes. So what happens next? Well, everything now depends on how the Supreme Court responds to his new filing. If the apex court decides to review or accept it, that means the November 20th judgment automatically goes on hold. And that, my friends, could be the game changer that nobody saw coming. One thing is clear, one thing is certain, Nnamdi Kanu is moving with wisdom and strategy. He is using both Nigerian law and international influence to secure his release and fair trial. For now, everyone is watching. The government, the judiciary, and international observers are all on alert, waiting to see what happens in the coming days. And of course, we are watching too because we'll continue to follow this developing story closely and bring you verified updates as soon as new information drops in. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do so right now and turn on your notification bell because this story is far from over. More updates are coming today and you do not want to miss a single one. Stay tuned and I'll be seeing you in the next report. This is Baz News signing out. Now, thank you for watching and please like and subscribe.